Good morning, it's day 124. I'm getting ready to head out from River Road, go up St. John's Ledges and over Caleb's Peak. It'll be about a 12.4 mile day. Hopefully nothing too bad. I heard St. John's Ledges will be the toughest part. Again, pretty steep, but obviously doable. And there's Don, my Sherpa, the driver for me, dropped me off here. We're in Connecticut. So now I'm heading south towards Duncannon, Pennsylvania. Hopefully in about 5 days, I'll be out of here, out of New York, and into Jersey before he has to head back. And then I put the full pack back on for a few days. But yep, so that's it. Catch you later.
Good luck.
Thank you. Yep, down I go. Well, hopefully not down, but...
I'll get there to pick up about 2 o'clock.
Okay, see you around 2-ish, 3 o'clock or so.
I'll have my lap.
Alrighty. We were in the car quite a while yesterday. My legs are a little tight. Did some stretching last night, did some stretching this morning. And so far this isn't going to be too much different than Maine. Seeing the rocks and roots on the trail. So it's making me, I guess, kind of feel at home, I guess you could say. It would have been nice to see a few cars out there, so to know maybe there were a couple other hikers out here on the trail. But that is not the case. So I believe it's going to be a lot of hiking all day long, not seeing anybody. This is not what I'm climbing, but I did want to show how steep that is up there, but glad I'm not climbing that thing. Definitely glad I'm not climbing that. Okay, I'm pretty well off the dirt path now and going to start doing a little bit of rock scrambling. Then it looks like a bit of a dirt path again before rock scrambling. So I'll pull the phone out when I can. Took a little bit of a break there. I had to take off my top layer. I'm getting way too warm. Nothing like climbing up the side of the ledges here in the morning to get your blood going. But I'm glad I'm getting this over first thing in the morning. Getting it over with first thing in the morning. This is great. Right now I'm in a section where they have put these little man-made stone steps in. So I'm not rock scrambling right now. So after I reach the ledges, I don't know, maybe a 1/10 of a mile, I think, from the summit. Hike for a little bit, and then I have another mountain to get up called Caleb's Peak. So these seem to be the two highest climbs of the day. Beautiful weather out here today. Beautiful, beautiful weather. The sun is shining. It's probably in the upper 50s right now, which I would love for it to stay this temperature all day, but it is going to get into the mid to upper 70s. But again, a beautiful day on trail. tomorrow morning I'll start earlier than I did today. I didn't start till like almost 8 o'clock this morning. I'll start earlier tomorrow since I'm thinking maybe tomorrow was a 16-mile day. Since Don is here and I'm going to do several days of slack packing, sometimes it's hard to figure out logistically the best places to get picked up. So a 16-mile day could be because the next pickup spot after that might not be for another 5 or 6 miles. So instead of thinking I could pump out 21, I'll do the 16. And if I get there early enough, then I'll let them know, hey, I'll continue on. Here's the next pickup spot, and give him the area so he'll know where to go. But who knows, even today, take a look and see. Of course, I started a little bit later. I don't want to push myself into where I don't have some time to relax after getting off trail. I still have a lot of videos to get caught up on because my phone had run out of storage space. I had to, the whole drive down here, I had to start dumping everything off to an external hard drive, which takes a while, but I was able to get most of it done and actually push out another video last night. So I still have about 7 or 8 of them to do. Get them edited or put together and produced and uploaded to YouTube. I'm doing a lot of silk blazing this morning. All the spider webs. But wow, what a welcome change right now. What a welcome change this is from Maine. As I tripped back there, but hey, I didn't go down, so that's a good thing. And thank you everybody for all the well wishes and the congratulations on finishing Maine. It's been so awesome to know that I'm through up there and heading back down south here. I'm hoping, really hoping, that I can kick all this off from here down to Duncannon, Pennsylvania. This is my next long section I have to complete. I'm really hoping I can have it finished by the end of September. October, I take some time off, go up to the Adirondacks, to the Racket Lake area with my sorority sisters, spend a weekend up there with them. It's always great to go to the annual outing up there and see everybody. So for now, I'm going to put this camera away. Not much to see along here. All right, making my way up Caleb's Peak. There were a bunch of man-made steps out of the stones. I still have about 0.2 miles of a climb. Okay, there's the blaze. It looked like there was a different trail off to the other side there. I have to say, I am very glad I have done the White Mountains, the Presidential Range, all of that, prior to coming back down here, because it has made my legs stronger and able to handle this better. Now, it doesn't mean I'm not going to continue the heavy breathing But it just means it's a little bit easier for me than it would have been before doing the whites and all that I went through up there. So hopefully I'll have a view at the top. Show you when I get there. I still have a little bit of a climb left to the summit of Caleb's Peak, but I wanted to show you the view while I had one. I'm not sure if down that area, the couple buildings, if that's the little town of Kent or not. It might be, I just can't guarantee it. But anyway, here's a little bit of a view. This is the third stream I've come across, but the first one that actually has water in it. I'm doing good water-wise right now, so I don't need any. But yep, so the first one that had water. So even down here in Connecticut, it's pretty dry. The trail has brought me out on a Route 341, just outside of Kent, Connecticut. So it's got you walking down here a little bit. I figured it was best to stay on the left side of the guardrail and walk on the grass, which is much softer and probably cooler than that hot pavement. But the blaze markers down here are few and far between, so I have to keep pulling the map up to make sure I'm going the right direction. Oh, this is not good, all this road walking. Literally up here, it looks like I'll be walking on the road. I'm going to put my phone away for now and make sure I'm doing all this correctly. Yeah. I have crossed over Connecticut Route 341. Had myself a little protein bar, some water. Now I'm starting the uphill climb. The rest of the way, it's a lot of uphill climbing, some little downhills, uphills, and then a steeper climb at the end of the day. So we'll see how it goes. I'm enjoying taking my time, not as much weight on my back, and it's just a beautiful, beautiful day out here. The one thing I did not like about where they have rerouted you when I came down off the last mountain, it's private land, the people don't want hikers on it, so they had to reroute the AT. But you're hiking on Route 341, and there's some areas there's not even a shoulder to walk on. So it makes it a little sketchy. At least it's not a super busy road, not a major highway, anything like that. But still, a little bit of a concern. If there were cars coming in both directions, one of them's going to have to stop because there's no room for you to be on the road and two cars. Got the blazes offset, means turn to the right. And the funny thing is, the road I'm going to end up on, while I was walking down Route 341, I crossed over the road I'm going to end on. I'm just at the north end of it, not the south end. So I thought that was kind of neat. But heading up here, you can see welcome back to Maine. So this is making me feel right at home right now. nice little stream crossing here. Since I'm getting lower on water, I'm going to go ahead and fill up because I don't know what it'll be like the rest of the way, but very pretty. And as you can see, I can get across without getting my feet wet. But I'm thankful for having the opportunity to fill my 2 liters up, because that's all I brought with me were the 2 liters today. The 2-liter bottles. So very nice. I just ran into a couple of northbound hikers. One guy is just practicing to, he's going to do his through hike next year. And then it was a young lady doing her, doing some section hiking this year. She's out for about 10 days. So, nice to see them. Another little stream, if you had to fill up, you could definitely get water out of there, pools of water. Definitely get some. I see the white blaze across the way there, so make my way through. A lot of frogs. That was pretty funny. Got a few frogs at that little pond, or a stream. Well, for being a slack pack day, my legs are feeling quite heavy. I think they would enjoyed a couple more days off before starting up again. But when the weather's nice like this, and knowing there's a storm coming in the next couple of days, I'll push through to slack pack a few days. At least keep getting the miles in before the storm gets here and I take the whole day off. Wonder if maybe I'll just sleep in and not even eat breakfast that day. Wake up in time for lunch. Another little view for the day. Kind of to the north, a little bit to the east, but mainly to the north. But that's it. That is the view for the day. I'm not sure if that's somebody's home over there, or maybe a resort of some sort. But definitely over there in the mountain or something. Another view up here. And from what I can tell, I am looking down at the Housatonic River Valley. That's what would be down there. And how cool, mountains and mountains as far as I can see out there. And a homestead down there. I have made it down to Skagit-Koki Road. And I know I'm really messing that up, but that's the closest I could come with it. I have about 3/10 of a mile walk to Bulls Bridge. And down at that end is where Don will be. So this is a nice finish to the day to walk down this road. Mainly flat, I believe. I don't think there's any big hills with it. This is going to be very nice. Since I finished earlier than I had anticipated, I'm going to go ahead and tack on another 4.1 miles. There's a pretty steep mountain to get up and over, so I figured I'd go ahead and do it today while the legs are already warmed up, and then start out on it tomorrow morning. So Don will pick me up down the road a bit. Again, it's a 4.1 mile hike. I think of what was it, going up the hill from the base of it to the top is, I don't know, 800 and some odd feet of elevation gain, and like an 8/10 of a mile or something. So just gonna take it nice and easy, get up there. The other side looks pretty steep coming down, take that nice and easy too. And then once I hit the flat part near the bottom of the other side of the mountain, see if I'm able to speed it up a little bit at that point. But without a doubt, I should easily be through with this by 6 o'clock at the latest. So that'll be a great day. Following along beside the river, I think it's still the Housatonic. Got some rapids going down there. I'm not sure if they're Might be waterfalls, I might call them. You got a little bit going on down there. All right, I'm still on a bit of a flat part before I head up the 10-mile hill. Got a bridge. There's the Housatonic River over there. Got ourselves a bridge over this little branch of it. It's a really nice bridge. Very nice bridge here. In a little bit, start heading up the steep, steep mountain. Okay, so the shelter's off to the right. I don't want to go there, so I guess I keep going straight. I did want to turn to the right towards the shelter. I see the blaze on the tree down here. The other, if I'd gone straight, that would have gone towards some different campsites. But we have our blaze here on the tree, so I shall keep on heading down this way. Won't be long, I should be starting up that hill. I have made it to the top of 10 Mile Hill. Unfortunately, it is a tree enclosed summit. But this is it. And the blue blaze here means there's another trail down the side. So far, the descent off the 10 Mile Hill has been fairly easy. I don't know if it'll be like this the whole way. But I have about 1.5 miles to go to the pickup point. It was kind of neat back there, a little bit of an open area. And all of a sudden, out of this tree, there's a hawk. And it just takes off and goes across the open area. Kind of scared me at first, because when you're not used to seeing any movement going on, and all of a sudden there was this quick movement, but there was no way I'd be able to get my phone open in time and get a video of it. But it was very neat to see that big old hawk just go swooping by. The trail has been very kind to my feet. Again, I wasn't sure what to expect off this 10 Mile Hill, but going up there were a lot of rocks. The maintenance people did put some rock steps in. That was very nice. And going down, overall it has been a dirt path. Yes, there are a few roots or trees here and there, but overall it's just been a dirt path. I'm going to get this stick out of the way here. Give me a second to... Anything that lays across the path like that, if I can, I like to try and get it out of the way. If it's a bother for me, it'd be a bother to people behind me. So why not move it? But even though I'm a good 1.5 miles out, I'm starting to hear cars on the roadway down there. I heard some dogs barking too, but hopefully there's just a neighborhood and they are in their backyards. It's been a beautiful day. Really, overall a beautiful day. Warm. But as far as hiking goes, this has just been an awesome, awesome day. I could not have asked for a better day for hiking and getting back into it further south. I'm really hoping that before the end of September, at least by the end of September, or at the most I should say, at most by the end of September, I hope to be down to Duncannon, Pennsylvania and through with this section. So that would just leave me with Virginia. Like I said earlier, I do have a weekend, Columbus Day weekend. I'll be heading out, going to the Adirondacks that weekend. So I'll be having to maybe piecemeal Virginia together, do a couple days and then come back after the Adirondacks and finish it up. My grandchildren would like me home for Halloween. So whether I am through or not, I will go home for Halloween. And if I have to, I'll come back out for the last couple of days to finish up. I haven't even looked at that map yet to see if slack packing is even a possibility. But got to tackle this section first before I start looking down there. Well, I've made it to the roadway. I have to walk 3/10 of a mile down this road. I'm a little nervous because this is it. This is all I have, and these cars are whipping along here. But 3/10 of a mile down this roadway, I walk to the parking area. So, and then Don will meet me down there. I finished a lot faster than initially planned, so he's still about 30 minutes out. But I really did not plan on finishing as fast as I did. So we'll see how it goes. Please, Lord, don't let me get hit. So the area I got off at was wrong. That was Route 55 or something like that, not Hoyt Rd. I still have 4/10 of a mile to walk through the woods to get over to that parking area. So after walking down that road 3/10 of a mile, and I'm like, this just doesn't look right. Sure enough, I was way off. So I have about 4/10 of a mile to walk through here, and then I will get to the proper parking area. Silly me. It's much cooler in here out of that sun. Yeehaw. I did not know this would be happening today, but there you are. You are leaving Connecticut. Have a safe hike. Amazing. I had no idea I would be going into New York today. Wow. Even after that, you know, changing my plans and putting the extra 4 miles, I had no idea I'd be going into New York. So this is awesome. Okay, AT South. I'm not going there right yet. That'll be tomorrow. Just wait over here. This is the parking area I'm gathering. And I can wait right here for Don. Oh, that's nice. Somebody left their dog poop bag over here. That's not very nice. But yep, I'll wait. Not going to go down the road. I'll get picked up here and call it a day. How cool is that? Woohoo! Another state done.